where I couldn't get out of bed. She didn't have to see those moments where I didn't eat. She didn't have to see those moments where, I would, when I left the hospital, I was still psychotic. So she wasn't there when I still thought people were following me, and I was going, and I would go to hotels, and I would just stay there because I couldn't be around anybody. She didn't see it. Her life stayed. And I think, about, missing certain, moments, not being there for her first day of school. And actually, this year was the very first year that I was actually there on the first day of school. And so, and plus, her being with her dad has allowed me to take my time and not feel pressured about trying to be a therapist again, because I tried it twice and it didn't work.
Because you're not supposed to be.
Yeah, so it's been a journey of just rediscovering what makes me happy, knowing that my child has been safe, even from me, you know, knowing that she has been safe and cared for, and being able, with the help of my family, to take my time in discovering who, LaQwanda is.
Yeah.
And so, being in this place, like I said before, is not exactly where I see myself in the future, but right now, I will always smile. Because I know too many people, even from my being there, I know too many people who just don't come back, who get so down. My daughter's first babysitter committed suicide. I talked to her on a Friday. We were talking about sitting on the front porch looking at her daughter's prom pictures. She shot herself in the head that Sunday. My dad's stepdaughter, 15-year-old stepdaughter, hung herself last February. And I remember when I attempted suicide, and I was laying on the couch, and I was just like, I'm getting ready to go. And my older sister, the one who I live with now, she found me. She found me, and they rushed me to the hospital. And so I know a lot of people don't come back, and a lot of people, they stay in constant psychotic episodes. I consider myself, regardless of what I don't have, I consider myself so blessed. Just to be, and to smile, and to look at myself, and think, wow, it was nice. And people, they comment on, my hair and stuff like that, and I laugh to myself because I remember looking in the mirror so many times and hating me. It was a whole year I wouldn't even take pictures of myself. I hated myself. I thought I was ugly. I thought I was too small. I thought I wasn't built like a black woman. I was like, I hated myself. And to be able to look at myself now and smile and actually want to go places. My family used to have a hard time trying to get me to go out or do anything. And, they don't have to do that anymore. And so other people may not see it as progress or successful, but, my family and I, we learned to define progress and success for ourselves. And I had to learn to define progress and success for myself, because for a long time I was looking at myself as a failure. And I realized just how much, I've gone through and where I am now. I was like, okay, I can move on to the next stage. And even though I do videos to vlogs to help other people, going back and looking at them after a while helps me too, because I can see my progress. I can see, I can talk about that now, and it doesn't bother me as much. And I allow myself to feel emotions that I used to just let stay away, and I think that's the issue. We don't allow ourselves to feel emotions. We're supposed to be that tough person. I was supposed to be strong, tough. I was the smart one. I was the one that, got out of Mississippi and went away, everything's supposed to be great. It's like, but I never allow myself to feel the emotions because I felt like I had to keep going. And sometimes you can keep going and you can crash. And that's what I did. I kept ignoring what I was actually feeling. And I really wasn't feeling, I wasn't feeling good about me.
Right.
And so when you get in those, then once that start, you get in those poor choices. That's when him, and or her.
Right.
You just make decisions that you wouldn't make because you have stepped outside of yourself because you're ignoring yourself. And so many people do that. They ignore themselves because what someone else told them success is supposed to be. You're trying to achieve that, and to achieve that, you're willing to self-destruct to achieve someone else's definition. Don't realize you're failing trying to achieve. And see, that's the thing. Too many people are failing trying to achieve something that wasn't meant for them in the first place. But they're so caught up in another image that they can't even realize it.
Right. And I think it's so important that you said that, because a lot of times, like, just people in general, like, we don't know who we are, and society doesn't culture us to take the time to discover who we are. So a lot of times, like you said, we're trying to be somebody else. We're trying to fit into that mold from our mother, brother, sister, teacher. We're trying to be that type A personality, type B personality, when in essence, we don't really know who we are, and we need to, take a hair journey to discover exactly, what it is that we love, what it is that makes us happy. And I feel like, I really admire you and I respect you for being brave enough to share that, because sometimes people go through these journeys and, they aren't bold enough to say, hey, this is what I've experienced, because they're ashamed, and I'm honored to be able to interview you and have you on Street Intell TV and feature you. And I look forward to wonderful, great things coming from you. And that's going to wrap up our feature for right now.
Hi everyone, this is Miss Regal Frau, aka One Mental Blogger, and you are watching Street Intell.